Dear viewers and subscribers, welcome again to our YouTube channel Max the Service. Please subscribe and press the bell icon to receive all notifications regarding any video we are uploading on this channel. Hello guys, as you know that in last session, part number 2, we discussed in detail the top use cases of Nginx, where we discussed how it works as a web server, when we need proxy server, how to use this, and what features we can use like forward and reverse proxy. We also learned how to use as a load balancer. It also provide us SSL TLS termination facility. We can also use Nginx for caching, for web acceleration, API gateway, which is more important part of the use case of Nginx. We also discuss microservice architecture, how we can use Nginx in the era of microservices architecture. We also learn how it works with CDN. We also learn how it works with security and access control. We also discuss in last session how WebSocket supports within this Nginx, and also we discuss a lot of other use cases. So today we will be discussing on the architecture and workflow. So today we will discuss how Nginx works and how the architecture is designed, so that I would be able to explain you about its component, how these components interact with each other and works. So let's start. Here in this architecture diagram, if we try to understand the workflow and core principle, how the component works with each other, whenever you will be receiving any request from client, first of all it will have a master process. Okay, where master worker model, it will create more than one worker process. Okay, this master process have three worker process. So whenever we made a request to any resource to access or to any web services, so must that there must be a Nginx to handle it. Okay, so when a client made a request from browser, it went to the Nginx first. If you have already installed and configured the master process, what the actual uh, responsibility of master process is, it manages worker processes. All these worker processes will be managed by this master process. Okay, and also another thing is, it will reload and review configuration. It will see, okay, if there is configured everything what the request is coming from, so it will allow, and it will ask open listen sockets and bind to ports. Okay, it will see, okay, if there is HTTP, definitely it will check, okay, if there is available port 8080, and then it will create connection. If it is HTTPS, then it will again create 445, another port which is secure. So this, the purpose of master process is to listen and open connection with the available port. It also reload the configuration when we have configuration available. It also, let's suppose you have changed configuration, the responsibility of master process is to reload the configuration. What do worker process? It receives the request, and their responsibility is to process the request. Okay, they see, okay, if there is anything be fetching file or resources or from cache or any other web server, we have to connect its responsibility of worker process. Okay, these worker processes handle actual client request, parse request, access resources, and response. Okay, compose response, whatever response is required by client. Okay, then use caching or other modules to optimize the performance as well. So they, after processing the request, okay, they respond back to the client. Okay, and we have another thing which is modular approach. Actually Nginx extend cache, like you have loader. You can also use Nginx without this cache module. You can also use Nginx without API gateway, without load balancer. You can also extend, and you can also use without all these modules. So this is the core architecture and component I have explained you. This is very simple. So in next section we will start working, setting up Nginx. We will be installing Nginx and we will start configuring and utilizing that one. So we have covered also all the course outline we have discussed, and we also have discussed in previous session all top use cases. So now it's time to get in practical. So in next session we will be doing everything. I will be proving everything practically. Here you can see core principles. It is event driven, where it user non-blocking, mean any number of requests coming to Nginx from client, it is going to handle it. It is not blocking any request, because it will be creating new connection and opening port for that particular protocol, and with the help of master process, it will creating further more processes and allowing to process the request. It also a master work model, where one master process oversees worker processes that handle actual request. And modular design, what does it mean? It means pluggable modules, where you can extend functionality like caching, load balancing, etc. So it is lightweight and efficient. It also consume minimal resources, making it deal for high traffic websites. Okay, please subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed yet, and also do like, share in your circle these videos, and also provide your valuable comments. And I hope you will be liking and sharing, so that I will be continuing with rest of the technologies and tools sharing with you. Thanks.